Sickle cell disease is a blood disorder that affects blacks, Africans, Asians, and Latinos mostly. Sickle cell disease is rarely talked about, which is much needed to be talked about. It is a blood disorder that affects the way that your blood cells are shaped, which the red blood cells, instead of it being round and soft like it's supposed to be, it is crescent banana shape, and it doesn't flow through the veins as well as it's supposed to, which causes pain crisis. When sickle cell patients happen to have pain crisis, they most of the time are landed into the hospital. Sickle cell disease can cause any of your organs to shut down, brain tumors, strokes, heart attack, and different things like that. Some people are unable to walk because of sickle cell disease. It affects so many people on so many different levels. Sickle cell disease is a disease that is the biggest genetic disorder in the world, not just in America, but in the whole world. Sickle cell disease is the sickle cell is the biggest genetic disorder in the world. Today, I have Derek Buggage and Kyrriel with me today, and they both have sickle cell disease. There are many different forms of sickle cell disease, and there are two people that are carriers. Derek, what form of sickle cell disease do you have?
I have a SS form of sickle cell, which is one of the more, I guess, the most aggressive form of sickle cell.
Kyrriel?
I have sickle cell beta plus thalassemia, which is the second highest of all sickle cell.
Have you recently or in the past had any pain crisis that affected you in any ways, where you maybe when you were younger you had to stay home from school or wind up in a hospital for some time?
Definitely. I've had lots of pain crises that kept me out of school. Of course, this was a long time ago when I was actually in school, but over the years, there was never a year where I came in under the mark for a day's miss. So if there was 21 days that you could actually miss at that time, I would always come in above that every year. You know, I would consistently miss school, either with hospitalizations or just being sick at home those days.
Kyrriel?
When I was younger, I had to be in the hospital a lot. It was a lot of times that I was just in the hospital and missing school too.
First, how old are you?
I'm 41.
41. And how old are you?
I am 14.
14. When Kyrriel was born, the doctor told me that she would not live past the age of 5, which in October that's going to be 10 years past what they say, because they never really know. They could die at 5 months, they could die at 5 days, they can die at 5 years or 55 or whatever. I have a friend that died last October from sickle cell disease. He was 33 years old. He didn't complain much about him having pain crisis. He didn't complain a whole lot at all. He was a real down-to-earth person, loved and showed love to many people. But when he was young, as a young infant, he took with a stroke. And as he got older, he was always in the hospital and stuff too. Do y'all know anybody that actually passed from sickle cell disease?